Record.
All right.
Oh.
Welcome back, folks, to a special Geeks on the
Oh
Side.
shit.
Yep. This is our pickup video coming off of Video Game Summit over in
Yes.
McCook, Illinois.
Video Game Summit.
Yep,
Yep.
there you go. There you go. And we're going to go through our lovely grabbings, shall we say.
Indeed.
You gotta call this a grabbings
Grab.
video now.
What's up?
It's no longer a pickups video, it's a grabbings video.
It's a grabbings video,
Grab.
yes.
Grabbings T.
Grab.
No. I just trimmed this thing.
Yank! Gravicus!
So we start off.
We'll just start off with the bosses here.
Yeah.
Of course,
yeah.
our hosts, V and Burton.
I'm probably.
And then the two regular guests, me and you.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
before midnight, so I'm actually here.
Indeed. Yeah, indeed.
Unregular, regular.
Yeah.
I used to be regular.
You used to, now you're unregular.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
So-
regular ever since I changed my diet.
First pickup I got is a little 3D printed Game Boy stand. I got that from another YouTuber because he had a vendor booth there.
You remember the YouTuber's name?
I'm trying to remember his name. That's what
I think you have to get the card. I think you still have your card still in.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
If not, I do.
Nice little 3D printed item here.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool.
It's stable.
I mean, it's better than me throwing all my Game Boy Advance games into a drawer.
Roxalade Productions is his YouTube.
This is his card.
Yep. There's his card.
Rock solid.
Or
Project.
Rock Solid.
Rock Solid.
Yeah, that's what it is. Rock Solid Productions. So he did some 3D printed
I like how
stuff.
they made it look like an SNES
Yeah,
cartridge.
that's very NES cartridge.
That's very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Gary Katzer.
Yep. Then we met
I'll put it right there.
oh god, I'm gonna mess up his last name.
Huh.
Adam with the Neptune,
Adam
the
Korlick.
Korlick. There we go. Adam Korlick with the what is his YouTube again? I think it's Adam Korlick. If you just look up his YouTube, but he was there with the Neptune, the Sega Neptune.
Oh,
AJ and
okay,
I-
okay,
Does
yeah.
that when you play Rabbit?
Yeah, we all got to
I
play.
didn't know what that thing was. I didn't know it was a Sega Neptune or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
but
So it was essentially supposed to be the successor to the Saturn. It was supposed to be
Right.
the Neptune. It was supposed to be a more
because they were going to do
powerful.
Saturn, all
yeah,
planet names.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so we ended up playing a Japanese game called Rabbit.
Yes.
And it's actually a really good fighting game.
It's a little 2D fighter, a small
It's-
roster.
it's
I think it would have
super
eight characters.
expensive though.
Very much, yeah. It's about 220
Yeah.
on the sites that we looked at.
Yeah, on eBay.
200,
Yeah.
200 plus.
But yeah, no, it was
After
a
Release
good
hardware.
game.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
Compare that to the Nintendo PlayStation that's going.
Yeah. Then I snagged Tails Adventure as soon as I saw it. I just slammed it down. I'm like, do you take Zello?
Oh yeah, dude, he slammed this down.
yeah,
with a heartbeat.
I was like, boom.
That's because the last time we were shopping, I snagged one before
Yep.
he did. I got.
Yep.
There we go. That's a little clearer.
Jeebus beat it me to it. Oh yeah, it's a clean copy. Yeah.
Just in time to play the digital version on the Sonic Origins
yeah,
Plus.
yeah, right.
Very good.
Good
very
stuff.
Good.
You know,
That
then
here for now.
then found another guy that was selling a couple Xbox games. I got the not so great fighting game, and then a
This fucking game.
yeah.
I remember this is the very first game I ever played on Xbox when it
I
came
played the
out.
hell out of that game.
And this fucking
Surprisingly,
game is just they tried and failed miserably.
Wasn't that
They
the one
did.
that was led by John Tobias from Mortal Kombat fame when he left?
It might have been.
Midway?
I honestly don't know. It might have been like.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like for a small like opening title, it's not terrible.
No.
But it did not age well, and the controls are kind of weak.
Oh yeah.
in my opinion.
No, most definitely.
that.
It's a heavy box too.
It is the
And
manual.
then Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep.
No, every time I see Knights of the Old Republic, I think back to the Team 4-Star videos that they used to make called Dicks of the Old Republic,
Yep.
just because they were entertaining and fun.
Yeah, Project Lead John Tobias. This was.
Yep.
This is what he went with because he was pissed off. with,
At Midway. Yep.
Well, yeah, specifically
I just
with.
noticed this camera gets a little bit of a fisheye going.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yep.
All right, well, here, I'll put this back here.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Pop that on top too.
Yeah. There we go. Here, wait, let me get the Zelda out of there just so they don't slide over the place. There we go.
Indeed.
Perfect.
Dun, 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 dun. Then, dun, 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 dun. What else did I get?
I don't know.
Do you have
what
the
else
card
is
for the guy that signed that?
Oh,
So, picked up some Mario sports cards from one of the guys there.
Amiibo cards.
Yeah, essentially.
this is the guy.
He
Got the
signed his,
baby Luigi.
he actually signed his card for trading card for Burton.
And we got the baby Mario.
Yep.
Oh, you got two. You got a different baby Luigi.
Because they made a lot.
Yeah, they made a lot of cards for that.
I see.
So I'll probably start hunting those down too.
That out.
And that's the guy we bought it from. He
Oh,
does,
okay. Galaxy Superstars.
Yep.
Video game collector cards.
He actually signed it there for Burton.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Yep.
I just noticed that. A little hard to see on the camera, but that's okay.
Yep.
I actually had the screening pass for.
Galaxy Super.
Yeah, she gave it to us when she
Yeah.
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 We also got
Paul Zimmerman is his name.
Yes, indeed.
There we go.
I was gonna say we also got me, AJ, and
Oh, the
Burton got
screening
screening
pass for Gran
passes.
Turismo.
Yeah, early access screening passes
Did-
for Gran
did
Turismo.
you actually watch it?
I watched the preview. Of
Yeah,
it.
we watched the preview. Yeah.
Yeah, I do about it for
I
a
had
while.
actually forgotten they were making a Gran Turismo movie, but yeah, I mean, it's going to be a cool racing movie regardless, so I may as well check it out.
Yeah.
Plus, if I got a free screening, why not?
There's a decent concept behind it too.
Right.
I didn't realize they had like the competition. You actually got to go race.
And then we
Yeah.
found a retro PC gamer guy that was selling stuff like anything in jewel cases was essentially $5. Buy 4 get 1 free. So I got 3 games and Burton got the other 2.
So we got
got
here Williams
Arcade Classics.
Arcade Classics.
Oh yeah.
So that's got, in case you can't see it here, we've got Robotron, Defender, Joust, Defender 2, Sinistar, and Bobbles.
Yep.
I think that was all those games that were also at
And then
Epic.
he's got SimCity 3000.
Because I already have
Dun, dun, dun,
2000
dun.
special edition. So
3000.
I gotta start collecting the SimCity games again.
Yeah.
Back when Electronic Arts was still cool.
yep. And then
And last but not least, Black and White.
yeah, the expansion because I already have black and white in my collection.
Somewhere over
Yeah,
there.
it's one of the paper ones.
Let the smiting begin.
Yeah, like I said, I do remember playing that randomly. Didn't know what it was at the time.
Yep. And then at another vendor, I picked up Duke Nukem just because we found out the
Duke Nukem, time
the
to
guy
do.
that does the voice for Duke Nukem's going to be at another convention in
John St.
October.
John.
Yep.
And then
John
you-
St. John.
And
John
you get to
St.
sign it.
John,
I have it
man.
signed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
You
probably
should
get that
definitely have him
signed.
sign it.
Oh yeah.
You mean Big the Cat?
Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Oh, sorry.
Are they really the same?
Yeah.
Like,
John St. John voiced Big the Cat.
He's voiced a few other characters too. Like
I
Duke
might
Nukem
have to find
was
something
one of his more
related
famous
with the
game
cabinet
ones, but he's done cartoons.
that I have.
Alright, let's actually see how this disc looks. It's not terrible. There's one major scratch in it. But we
Yeah.
could probably take that out.
Yep.
We can probably take that out. Good game though. It's fun.
Indeed.
This was the 3D one. Not 3D, but like 3D graphics. It wasn't a 2D.
Yep.
And so I think that's one of the ones that's
here, I'll
also
put
come
it over
into Evercade later this year.
Oh yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
And then we found a vintage computer place, and I got some Atari 5200 games there.
Excuse me.
Centipede, Super Breakout, and then
So the business is Bonus Life Computers.
yep, they sell a
Scott
lot of retro.
Campbell, business manager.
Yep, they sell a lot of retro computer parts.
Bonus Life
He had
Computers.
Commodore 64, VIC 20 Commodore 64s.
So we've got our Super Breakout right there.
Yep.
We've got the centipede.
Centipede.
No,
Yep.
it's not the human centipede. It's just a regular centipede.
Yep, and Pac-Man, I believe.
Yep.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Waka, waka,
Waka,
waka,
waka,
waka.
waka, waka.
The question is, how does that compare to the 2600 version of Pac-Man?
You know, I would assume it's slightly better.
I would hope it's a lot better.
Yeah.
That's one of the games that's contributed with the video game crash in the 80s because it was so bad.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
actually played it. My cousin had
The Pac-Man
both.
one was
yeah.
that bad?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the Pac-Man for 2600 was terrible. My
Mm-hmm.
cousin had that and ET, so like
Oh god, E.T.
I played them both firsthand. They were bad.
Oh god, E.T. Ugh, E.T.
What made it
then,
bad? Like bad controls or just bad everything?
Pac-Man just bad everything.
Okay.
The ET, it was because it had to be done in like 6 weeks.
Oh, so it was
like,
rushed.
yeah.
Well, I knew E.T. Like,
Yeah.
I knew
It's
that
infamous.
game. I didn't know Pac-Man was that bad, too.
Yeah.
Like, E.T.'s the famous one. But
Yeah, don't know what Pac-Man's excuse was, but like the guy behind Yar's Revenge did the E.T. And again, he had like 6 weeks to do it, so he had to get like a machine in his house, and he was coding like
And then just a
16 hours
couple
a day.
sellers to shout out to that we walked
Yeah.
by that were fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Like
So we
Toby.
have Toby Heavens at Toby's Treasures here. Let me
Yep.
angle that so you can get all the info. There we go. And I can put stills up of
We
these
mentioned the
too.
YouTubers too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
mentioned
getting there.
Adam.
Okay.
Korlick,
And what about
then,
Mr. Right Way?
Oh yeah, we met Mr. Rightway. Britton and I got to
Lost
shake his
Joystick
hand.
Network.
Yeah.
Awkward for family video games. Is that the one that you were talking about that John St. John's can be at?
This
That's
one,
the
yeah.
flyer
Rock
for it
River
over there.
Is that the one that's in October?
Yeah, this is
can pass
the
that
We
one.
flyer.
have everything video games, or I'm just sorry, everything games, not video games. I inserted video.
Yep, everything games.
And like I said, I'll scan these and I'll put stills into
Yep.
Tales from a
And
Retro
then-
Gamer.
So this guy, he does the books with the collections
Yes.
of
Yeah.
all the
The
games.
omnibus
and the
books.
Yeah, because he's an
books.
author.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saw the voice actress of Lilith from
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna be there too.
Yep, she's gonna be there too.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we like I said, we met Adam Korlick there, Robert from oh god, solid God, what is the card again?
Rock Solid.
Rock
Something.
Solid. Yeah, there we go. Rock Solid.
Yeah.
And then we met Mr. Rightway because he was another big YouTuber. We actually caught him doing a deal because he was trading a PS3 for some games.
There you go.
And then,
Yeah.
then you had a reunion with NES Matt.
yeah, and NES Matt. Yeah,
Yep.
another
Oh yeah,
NES,
the guy who repairs all your stuff.
Yeah, NES Matt repairs. I just should have grabbed a business card so I can give him a shout out, but I don't have it.
I'm sure if I look him up, I can.
Yeah,
get
you
still
can probably
of it.
put a still of
I'm
it.
sure you have a business card somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. And that's all I picked up.
Burton, have at it.
The two only games. First one, Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun.
Which was part
classic.
of that PC
Like
pickup.
that 4 for 5. Or 4 for Sword Bat. Yes, there you go.
Yep.
however many for however much you
And
said.
then the second
Yep.
one's Yu-Gi-Oh! Power of Chaos, Yu-Gi The Destiny.
Oh. The power of chaos.
Is that just like a straightforward Yu-Gi-Oh card game?
There's more to it because there's two others that goes with that.
Screw your heart of the cards. This is chaos.
Yeah, there's two others that actually go with that.
Nice.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it for you.
Just gotta hunt down the other two.
Dun dun dun, Sir Jeebus.
Yeah, my turn. And I
Yours.
actually don't have more than Rashawn this time.
What's this here?
It's Blender Brothers for Game Boy Advance.
Blender Brothers.
Yep. 2D platformer, done by the same studio that did, was it Wrath of the Manta?
Okay.
There was one of the Ninja games for NES. Wrath of the Black Manta.
Oh, okay. Wrath of Blast.
So yeah, they've done a few different platformers. That one's also on PC, but physically I got the Game Boy Advance. Then I got Duel Heroes, which is a Sentai-style fighting game for N64. Matt McMuscles did that for one of his worst fighting games, but actually, found out it wasn't all that bad because it had a lot of interesting, like, pretty much like,
Hey,
you know
let
how
me know
the...
if I'm in your way. I'm in the driveway. Sorry, that's his brother. I just want to make sure I don't want to, block him in.
so basically, like you know how the amiibo learn as you fight with them,
In Smash Brothers, yeah.
yeah, Smash
Yep.
Brothers. This has got a similar system into it back on the N64. So it actually, in some ways, it was ahead. In some ways, it was behind. Next, something I had been looking for a bit. Capcom.
Darkwing Duck.
Yep, Capcom's Darkwing Duck, which is the third of the Capcom Disney Duck trilogy, I guess you can call it.
Let's get dangerous.
I was looking for it, so really excited to do that. Basic.
Yeah, I'll. Are you leaving right now? All right, I'll be
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you go do it. I will. I'm up with the camera this time.
Yeah,
I
that's what
shall
it's
return.
Or will
Yeah,
be.
like I said, you can fit on the driveway, just right a little bit more.
Alright, I'm gonna rush through my stuff so we can't
Yeah.
get back on video. Anyway, next up, Crazy Taxi 2,
Crazy Taxi!
game that needs no introduction.
Yeah, one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast.
Yeah,
It's in my
played the first
collection
one.
already. Cannon Spike is gonna be the hard one for me to find.
Oh my god.
God, yeah.
That game's gonna be.
Ha,
That's.
ha,
Dude,
look at
I
that.
wish I had picked it up back in the day when GameStop still had it.
Yep.
The problem is that the discs wouldn't work in my Dreamcast, like with Marvel vs. Capcom. Whatever, like, resurfacing they did made it not work in my Dreamcast.
Wow.
So I was like, God dang it. So I had to return both those games. Even though they only had the one copy of Cannon Spike, so I couldn't get it again. I was so...
I only
And
know
now it's
one.
like-
I only know
Yeah.
one person who has it. He's not going to give it up.
Yeah. That's some kind of hope. And it's like, hey, Capcom, you want to show off that you're really awesome now? Re-release that. Re-release Rival Schools and Project Justice in a double pack. Do the visual novel extra
Dude,
disc.
we need all three. Like, I want them to translate Project or Rival
six-
Schools 2
two.
because it was actually a more like story-driven game
Than the
in
first
Japan
one.
than the first one.
Yeah.
And it's like because in the original one that we got, there is the story mode there, but it's not as fleshed out as the Japanese one because there's a on the second disc. That's what it is. It's like literally like a story mode, like goes full on into like simulation, kind of like the dating thing or like Persona
Yeah,
stuff.
like the visual
yeah.
novel
Yeah.
style,
Yeah. And it's like people love that so much that they did Rival Schools 2. We never got it, and then they did Project Justice. It's like,
Fine. Get on Capcom. We know you're watching. We know you browse random YouTube channels.
yep.
Next up is another one I've been looking for a while. Contra 4.
Yes, Contra 4.
This is actually done by WayForward, and this is probably one of the best Contra games. Cool. Then you can hold this for the camera. Contra 4 is done by WayForward, probably one of the best Contra games since Super Contra, and I forget what the one on Genesis was, but yeah, that's supposed to be really, really good.
Carnage.
So that'll go along with the Contra collection I've got on Switch, so I can play through all the Contras that matter.
I was trying to play Contra Evolution when we went to Galpin Ghost, but oh god. Oh god.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't tried that. Is that like an old school
No,
style,
it's
or-
a new one. There's like on the big 47-inch TV where they put all the where the grid was. I was sitting down and I'm like, so each character is a different difficulty level essentially.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because one of them just literally just throws size and uses a sword for close combat, and I'm like, because I chose her because I'm like, okay, samurai chick. Oh god, this is more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh god. Oh god.
Well, yeah, it's Contra. You're running and gunning, not
Yeah.
jogging and sighing.
Yep.
Next up, another one I've been looking for a while. Golvelius, Valley of Doom, which is kind of a Zelda-like. You can see from like the.
Oh, nice Master System game. I didn't
Yeah.
even see that.
Oh yeah, that's the one old guy with the glasses that you were talking to for a bit. I was sitting there talking to him, and he was talking about how like his dad got him a Master System with a bunch of free games because someone was throwing them out way back when. And
So there was a guy there. He took down my information.
Oh.
He's selling Master System in box, and he had 2 boxes underneath with games, but he wanted to sell it all
As
as a
all
bundle
one.
deal.
Yeah.
But everybody kept coming up and was like, I just want these games. And he's like,
I'm trying to get
"Okay,
rid of this.
if
Yeah.
I can't sell it at the con as a bundle deal, I will contact you later and let me know which titles you want.
okay, yeah, let me know too, 'cause I'm
Yeah.
still missing a handful
Yeah,
of Master
I was
System
like,
games.
dude, because he had 2 like big boxes that are the size of the Master System actual box underneath it with games.
Okay.
So
Well, honestly, if you put them out individually, he might have been able to sell like a
yeah, but
box
he
worth.
didn't. He said he wanted to sell it all as a bundle deal. I'm like, who's gonna buy that bundle?
I mean, like
Yeah.
a few
You
years
never
ago,
know.
before it was one
Yeah.
of those things where it's like if it was a few years ago when I was starting to build my collection,
Yeah.
I might have been doing that. But
Yeah.
back when I was still looking for like Zillion and Quartet and Golvelius.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but looking forward to playing through that. I've heard nothing but good things about that. And then finally, like I had 2. It was cheap, and that was when I was buying Dual Hearts and
I played the
Dual Heroes.
first guy. I didn't play 2.
Yeah, I heard it's not great, but I'm planning on getting through the first Legaia as well, so I'll.
It's another
I'll save this.
well, that one and Shadow Hearts.
Shadow Hearts?
Yeah, Shadow Hearts is another series I should have picked up back in the day.
Before,
Now
Oh
it's
yeah,
just-
they were all
yeah.
at my GameStop.
Yeah, I
when was
know
looking
they were
at it.
all. It's just they were all there, and it's like we didn't think about these things back then,
Yeah.
and it's like
Honestly, I
now it's just like God damn it.
I didn't know what kind of games they were because if I knew they were RPGs, I would have.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too. It's like knowing the stuff we do now. It's like, man, I'm really kicking myself.
I mean, at least
Time machine.
I know, right? But once again, thanks to Neil, deGrasse Tyson or whatever his name is.
Neil deGrasse
Tyson.
He literally he's just keeps breaking Back to the Future. He's like, if you went back in time, like in Back to the Future, the other thing you have to worry about is the Earth in the same position at that
Well, yeah,
time
like the
in
actual-
space?
Yeah, you
Yes.
got another-
Yeah.
Valid fear. because,
Exactly.
yeah,
Because if you
yeah.
go back in time
Saying
and you're
something.
in just a vacuum of space,
Oh God.
yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you really think about it, it's like the mechanics behind time travel and space travel
Exactly.
are so astronomically impossible.
impossible.
Like,
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Like it's like
we're not.
you know,
It's not gonna happen.
we'd stop.
Not at all.
We'd stop thinking everything's aliens if we actually realized what it would take to travel light years
Yeah.
in space.
Yep.
Yeah. Not in our lifetime, ananyway.
Yeah,
No,
or
no.
not in any reasonable creature's lifetime, unless like they'd have to be like starfish people or like old
Starfish
tortoise
people.
Those are the only people that could actually survive traveling that long and fucking up if anything was. Was there a bonking on that list? Or zonk?
Oh.
No,
No.
I'm sorry.
Look
I'm
at this over
looking
there.
over.
Oh,
I thought I
Burton's
saw
looking
it.
through some stuff on
Yeah.
eBay.
But that's all I got this time actually. So mine
There
was
you go.
kinda small.
Yep.
All right, my haul is small as well, but very, very,
is-
very worth it.
Oh yeah.
For me, anyway. Me personally. But so we'll start with the kind of unrelated one, and this is little Servo from Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, aka Gridman. Just a little rubber Gridman guy. He just hangs out. I'm gonna put him on my bookcase and just hang out there. Cool little figure. They got a bunch of different ones. I have Xenon at home. One of
That
the other
same scale?
characters. What's up?
That same scale?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally the same one from this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think the servo actually, like you said, goes inside the other one. Doesn't
No,
it? No, okay.
not Xenon. Maybe the other ones, but
Yeah.
not Xenon specifically, because Xenon is every vehicle without servo,
Ah, that's right.
or AKA Gridman, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, for the pièce de résistance.
Pièce de résistance.
So, as our viewers might have found out, just given the shirts I wear, I'm a huge Captain Power fan.
Wait, you are?
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future was an
What
old
a
sci-fi
twist.
TV show, and I have found the toys. So this is the Phantom Striker. It's a bit too big to fit under the
can
camera.
always- you can always-
give it,
yeah,
give,
you
it,
know
a- give it a burn.
Hang
You
on.
can always, yeah.
Watch this. Here we go. Here we go.
Wait, we have a second camera?
Dun, dun, dun. All right. And basically, these toys have little infrared emitters on them, and you hold it like a gun underneath. There's like a joystick underneath here.
Oh, so it's like the old F-14 that I have with like the handle
Yeah.
on it that would make noise.
So
Yeah.
see, here's the picture of it there. And what you would do is you either shoot it at the opposing jet, which I do have as well, or you shoot it at the interactive VHSs that they released a long, long time ago. It wasn't super popular, but it was super cool when they did it. This one's loose, but it's been tested. It's good.
It's got all the parts.
Yep,
What he
it's got
said,
all
yeah.
the parts and everything in there. And then this one, which is the good guy jet. So this one was the bad guy jet, piloted by Lord
Pirated.
Dread, the main antagonist. This one is the good guy jet, piloted by none other than Captain Power himself. And this is unopened.
Yep.
It's sealed.
The,
Things are a
the
little bit
glue
loose
is
in there.
still, yeah.
But all the glue is still intact. This has not been opened, so I'm looking forward to unboxing this because I have incomplete ones at home, but now I have the complete ones. And hopefully soon I can get the rest of the figures too. I've got a
Yeah, I
couple
actually
at
see the
home.
boxes. Just shows the rest of the figure line
Yeah.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
so I've
course.
got the Captain at home. I've got one of the Biodreads. I've got Tank. I've got, I think I've got Lord Dread. I'm missing Hawk. I'm missing one of the Biodreads and one other character. Actually, not even all the characters are pictured on that, so I'll go through that later. But anyway, oh, and what's really cool is if you're fighting with each other here, once you make a kill, it'll eject the action figure out of the cockpit for you.
Does it
It's
make-
spring loaded.
Just make the goofy Yahoo!
No, it does not do a Wilhelm scream or anything like that.
Nice.
But yeah, these are super awesome for a fan of the show, and I've been searching for toys like this for a long time that are in good condition, and yeah, I'm just ecstatic. I am freaking ecstatic about these toys, and let me shout out the guy who made it all possible, because I've got his information here. Let me just pull it up on my phone. So, here we are. The guy's name was Chris. I'm going to butcher his last name. I want to say it's Berensmeyer. He has a podcast called the Gaming Outsider Podcast. And he's also hooked up with a toy store out in Rockford, Illinois called Beach Boy Toys. So we're definitely going to check them out. Chris, thank you for, number one, noticing that I had a Captain Power shirt on from, like, literally across the damn hall. Literally, like, we're at one vendor.
We were one vendor,
Yeah,
and the
we're
guy
at one
literally
vendor.
runs over.
We're at one vendor, we're looking at stuff. Chris comes running over, he goes, "That's a Captain Power shirt." And I'm like, "Yes, it is. You're the first one to notice." He goes, "Have I got something for you?"
And then
I'm
AJ
like,
just
"Oh,
goes
boy."
running around.
I ran around the vendor tables to go see it, and lo and behold, I found the two striker jets, and I'm like, oh,
So-
yes.
So Chris actually dabbles in game collecting as well, but
Yeah.
he does the more obscure stuff.
He's
like,
working on very obscure
he's
stuff.
got like he was selling a lot of Jaguar stuff and like Jaguar CD in the box.
Mint in box.
Yeah,
damn
mint
near.
in box.
Like,
yeah.
I think I know the guy.
It
you're
was
talking about.
original.
I've
Yeah.
seen those.
It was original because one of the other customers, after I was done talking to him and sharing my dorky Captain Power stories with him, one of the other customers came up and he was looking at one of the Jaguars. He goes, Is that an original box or is that a reprint?" He goes, No, this is an original box, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
looked pristine.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was a little bit there, but overall it looked fantastic.
No, like Chris showed us collections, like his whole basement
Oh yeah,
It's
his pictures.
like-
Oh yeah.
decked out with games and shelves like this.
Yeah.
And like he's got laser active in the box
Yep.
Wow.
in
Yeah.
pristine condition.
So not only the pictures he showed us, he has about 3 times as many cases as V
Yeah,
does
or
here.
games, yeah.
And then he has his basement storage with the what was it, the CD or
the laser active, the
Laser
Pioneer
active,
Live
thank you.
laser active,
it
with,
was the laser
with
active and
all
everything
the
else.
attachments.
Yeah, no, he had everything.
Yeah.
So he's the obscure collector. Whereas
When it comes to video game
Yeah, when
consoles
it comes to
and
video
games, yeah, and systems, yeah.
But yeah, he was great, and we talked to we geeked out on Captain Power for a little bit and other obscure TV shows quickly. But yeah, no, it was fantastic. I'm very glad that I was able to find them and that he found me by noticing my shirt, and that was awesome.
You're saying like that's like the third convention where like
Yeah. So now I am 3 for 3 on it. Ever since I've gotten all these Captain Power shirts, because I have about 5 of them, I am 3 for 3 on conventions of at least people noticing. So the first one was at Midwest Gaming Classic because not only did I have the shirt on, but I had a face mask to go with it because we were just coming out of COVID. Masks were still required at places. So that was then. Then I got recognized at RomeoCon, which should be in the video. And then now this one. So that's 3 for 3 on the cons ever since I started wearing the Captain Power gear. And this is the first con where I've been able to get some toys out of it too. So,
Indeed.
Hopefully I find more and I just keep building on that collection because yeah, it's
Oh,
awesome.
hopefully too next year they kind of streamline stuff. But yeah, their website does say HTTP. They are not updated.
Yeah, so
HTTP.
that's one thing. Like the experience at the convention, fine, totally cool. Hooking up to the convention, a little rough in my opinion, and this is just my opinion because, like he said, their website is only HTTP. It's not HTTPS. So I had to literally tone down my security in order to even load the website. And it's to me that's kind of weird in 2023 because you have a registration form you're filling out.
I think it's just because they've been doing this for so long, they just don't feel like updating it or changing it.
Maybe they don't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
they
they've been
don't.
doing this for 17 years according to their website, so...
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of my point. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you think
yeah.
they would be more concerned about security, but like it's
Yeah,
run by
they-
a couple older guys, as you saw, because they're the two
Yeah.
that essentially let us in.
They wanted to keep
but-
the old school feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was like registration is not the most clean process.
Yeah, because they literally have you sign up. They send you an email with the information, and then you have to shoot them the PayPal with the information that they send you.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, I get it. It's avoiding a fee and everything else,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's not even automated. This is all manual. So
Yeah.
after you fill out the registration form, you have to wait for them to manually send you an email to get you the PayPal info so you can go and
And
get
they're
them.
actually quick to respond though, because I was back and forth because like I got
Well,
confused.
they're quick during the day.
Yeah.
When I get out at 11, 12 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
you know, I
yeah.
fill out the registration form 1 in the morning. You know, it
They
doesn't.
get back to you during the day, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm
no,
at work
so
during
like
the day.
I misread the form and I thought it was asking me who else, like who was attending with me.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
literally
no, that's
put the
for a
for
group.
review,
Oh,
but then I
okay.
only put like I wanted one adult, and he emailed me back, and I'm like, oh, these guys are attending with me, and they'll register later on. You know?
Okay. I was about to say, for me, it was nice and simple. Okay, one person
Yeah.
got the email, did
But
the
like
PayPal.
I read the website and like it just because I read it late at night, and so when I filled it out, like AJ said, like it's just like I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, like
Okay.
yeah. So it's like, you know, I was already dead tired by the time I filled out the form, and it's like, oh, you meant me as
It's like, who's registering
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Who are you paying?
But the
to-
way they worded it, but yeah, I should have just left it me and Burton anyway, and just covered him anyway. But I think we got it all worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, in the end, it was
Yeah.
fine. I'm not
And then-
going to harp on it too much. I just it
I-
caught me off guard.
I did love the fact that I had to get another app though for like Eventbrite to show the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I just printed
They didn't
mine
even
out.
scan it when I got there.
I know they
just
didn't.
showed
They
them
didn't
the
even scan it
response.
either. They didn't
Yeah.
scan it either. But like, I just love the fact that like I had to download another app to show the.
Oh, I
I
wasn't
wasn't
about
about
to-
to-
I got the
like you
email
don't have much
response,
space
that was
already.
it.
Yeah, right.
I was not about to download another app. I just printed it out at home and gave him the paper copy.
Yeah,
I didn't even do that. I just showed them the email. I was like, oh, okay, going.
No, that works.
yeah, that
Yeah,
works too.
that
Well, yeah,
works.
this one actually had the QR code. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it
Yeah.
was going to scan a QR.
No, they didn't even bother doing that. So I was like,
They're like,
why,
whatever.
why even bother generating the the ticket? But yeah.
Right, yeah.
They didn't even check ID, which I thought was weird too, because it says in the thing, have ID ready, and it's just like, you know.
Yeah, they definitely didn't ask us
Yeah.
for no ID.
yeah.
Maybe if
They're like-
make sure we were 18 or old, but I don't think there's
Yeah.
any problems with any of us.
Exactly.
They probably they're like this dude is Captain Power Shirt. He's plenty old enough.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
There's some old folks.
And then, of course, everybody kept asking Burton and I for twins because, you know, we're both wearing Zelda shirts. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Well, see, I told them too. Like, even though it's a Zelda shirt, that one's green.
Yeah.
He needs a red one, so then they can be both Mario and Luigi and have Zelda shirts. You know, and then we just got to get him some overalls, and it'll be good to go.
Oh, boy.
I got the ones from a costume when I went as a psychotic older Mario one year.
There
I
you
had like an
go.
old man mask.
Horror
with the-
Mario.
Yeah.
Poor Mario.
Nice.
Jeez.
I wish they would make a like a violent horror Mario video game. I know they never will because there's a mascot, but I wish they would.
Yeah, PETA kind of did with the like the Tanuki skin mini game.
Oh yeah, but that's different though. You know what I mean. But anywho, yeah, that was whatchamacallit,
Game Summit.
Video Game
yeah, Video
Summit,
Game
yeah.
Summit in McCook, Illinois.
Indeed.
Maybe next year I'll sign up for the Bomberman tournament because that was going on when we were getting ready to leave.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like I said, I think you just didn't have enough interest early on, and then everybody got there, and then, you know, as everybody
It
started
spiked
to...
up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it took me a while to get through the line.
Because, like I said, when we got there, the line wasn't that long, but then everybody started piling in after. It's like, oh wow, everybody got here after 10.
Well, it's because like they said like, oh, we're opening at 10. Then they sent out the email a little before saying, by the way, if you signed up early, we're opening at 9.
See, and that's
That's
the
what I was
thing.
trying
Like,
to
I
get there.
asked people about that too, and like, they're like, no, we don't open till 10. So it's like, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I think it's because some of the booths weren't set up yet, and they weren't set up until like,
Yeah.
because it was like when I woke up this morning, it was downpouring. So I think what it was is the rain
Slow
slowed them
people down.
yeah.
and so they decided to just open at 10. So
Yeah.
No, and
One
it's-
thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was
Go
only
ahead.
gonna say is like, and they even said in the email with the early acceptance that they were getting it out late, so that might have been
Yeah.
a factor as well.
that
Yeah.
too.
One thing I do want to compliment the con on is their use of space.
Yes.
So it was in the same type of building at an athletic center that Midwest Gaming Classics was in. And it was just in one of the larger gym areas. It was on an AstroTurf area. It was very nice and spread out. There was a lot of room. I didn't feel cramped at all. The aisles were not overly clogged. And
They were quite wide.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean.
no, dude, I love the fact that
Yeah.
because they knew people were gonna stop and group and start looking.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I mean, yeah,
There was a lot of good use of space there. They had the right amount of space for the amount of vendors they had and the crowd that they had. So they gauged that really, really well. And I think Midwest Gaming Classics should take note from them. I don't know, whatever, but like take note from them. Hey, use the bigger auditorium if you're able to.
the Midwest Gaming Classic was actually there. They had a booth.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah, they had a
they
booth.
did.
Yeah, there was an MGC booth.
Yeah,
They had a lot of Pico interactive stuff.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, there's an MGC booth there. But
yeah. Well, they actually have their own stores, so that's why he was there. He was selling stuff from their store. So
So hopefully the Midwest Gaming Classic people will go, oh yeah, okay, and then they'll expand out space-wise, and then next year they won't be as cramped and crowded. Because while Midwest Gaming Classics was great, it was a little bit crowded in there.
yeah, but I mean, it does take place in a larger convention center too.
Well, it was a larger gym area.
Yeah.
The place that we went to for Midwest Gaming Classics had areas like this one.
Or are you referring to RomeoCon?
Oh, you know what? Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
It's RomeoCon. Okay, he was
Yeah.
referring to RomeoCon.
I'm getting confused because the booth was there and I'm
Yeah,
only
yeah.
on 4 hours of sleep. Anyway,
Yeah.
let
I
me
was
reverse that.
thinking all that. I said, wait.
RomeoCon.
Yeah,
people.
RomeoCon. Yeah.
So my bad. Midwest Gaming Classic is doing fine. RomeoCon, because it was their first year doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my bad. I had the wires crossed.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah. Good haul overall.
yeah, definitely a
convention.
good haul.
Yeah.
I am quite excited to go home and play with my Striker Jets because
Indeed.
yeah, it's gonna
Play
be
with
awesome.
this striker. Jet.
Oh,
Indeed.
I'm just gonna run around my house.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're battery operated. They have their own sound effects.
Yeah. I can just hear it now. He just run around. And he just falls.
Oh no! Oh man! Yeah, no, good times.
Good times indeed.
Good times indeed.
Fun.
All right, folks. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.